When families in our area sat down to eat in the 1950s, it was often WDAY radio and television that was invited along to that meal.
Fresh from his time serving in World War II, a young man named Howard Campbell joined our staff. Today, that veteran broadcaster was honored with a little "This Is Your Life." That story tonight from WDAY-6 reporter Kevin Wallevand.
This is News Center 6.
Back in the early days, we even sold beer along with our news. That's Howard Campbell on the right. An ad for Glick's beer. Howard joined WDAY back in the mid-1950s, a veteran of World War II, a staff and booth announcer. Those days, everything was live. Singing, ads, news. Those on radio and television, like Howard, had celebrity status.
So join us, all of us, 6 and 10 daily on WDAY News Center 6.
Today, Howard turned 90. Walking up to West Acres like he does every morning for coffee. Except today,
happy birthday!
Family plotted and planned a surprise 90th birthday here, gathering with old WDAY staff to honor the beloved announcer.
There's just a special bond, a special camaraderie from being in that newsroom. You work so closly with these people and you really get to know them, and you really get a special affection for them. And Howard, like the nicest guy in the world you'd ever meet.
There were a lot of television war stories told today.
Well, I was a copywriter besides doing the on-air stuff, and so I'd write a commercial, and he'd read them because he'd read a lot of commercials every single day. He'd get in the booth, they called it, you know.
Howard moved from WDAY radio to television, where he would anchor anything from noon to weekend news.
I did the news, and for a little bit I did the weather at noon. And then I did some farm news.
And Howard would remember those early days of television.
Well, it was kind of fun. Nobody really was kind of learned as you went along what to do. And a lot of innovations came along.
And for years, Howard would cheer on his much-loved Chicago Cubs. The team had such a drought. But this year, Howard and his son watched history.
We were here with him watching the game, and it's like now, this is the, what are they going to do next? They've topped his life for him. It's the ultimate goal for a Cubs fan since 1908, I guess it was.
Howard retired from WDAY in 1992, a witness to radio and television transformation. But one thing sure stuck around, the respect his coworkers had for one of the early pioneers. Kevin Wallevand, WDAY 6 News.
Howard was also known for his ability to squeeze 40 seconds of copy into a 30-second ad. We still use his name today when we have to hurry up, especially him.